My Cribbage app, it's not counting flushes right. Something must be broken. Well, I hate to tell you, it's not the app. In fact, every app that I've played on and every game platform I played electronically does, in fact, count a flush right in Cribbage. It's you. You don't understand the rule, and that's okay because flushes are really kind of complicated. It's one of the most complicated rules in Cribbage, and for something that's essentially not basically useless, but it's not very useful in many cases. It's kind of interesting that it's such a complicated rule. So that's what I want to talk about today. So first, what is a flush? A flush, like many card games, if you played them. Oh, I dropped a card. A flush is when you have four cards of the same suit. So see, we have all spades. In this case, we have a flush in our hand. And flushes in your hand count as 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So the number of cards that you have in the flush is how many points you get. So 4. You can't have a flush of 3 or 2 or 1. It has to be 4. Unless the cut card happens to be of the same suit. In which case you now have 5 cards, so you get 5 points. Now wait, I hear you say. If I have 3 cards in my hand that are the same suit, and the cut card is also, can I just kind of swap this one out for this one and count it as a flush? No, sorry. It's not how it works. It has to be 4 of the same suit in your core hand. It has to be 4 of the same suit in your core hand. You can't swap it out. It has to be that. And if you have 4 in your hand, that's 4. If the cut card adds to it, then it's worth 5 points. So, cool. Other questions. What about my crib? If you have, if you pick up your crib, if it's your crib, and you have 4 cards of the same suit, you do not have a flush yet. Weird, right? You must have all 4 cards of the same suit and the cut card for your crib to be a flush, and then it's worth 5 points. You cannot have it any other way. For a crib, that's the only way to get a flush. That's kind of weird because it's really hard to get a flush in your crib. It almost never happens. But make sure you know about it. That way, if it does happen, you can get your 5 points because, cribs aren't always the highest counting hands, so it is what it is. Now, last question. Pegging. Can I get a flush? No. But what if no. Can I? But what happened? No. You cannot, under any circumstances, get a flush in the play or pegging phase of the game. You and your opponent could both have flushes, all of spades, and you could play them all off of each other, and you get no points for said flushes. No flushies in the play. No flushies in the pegging, okay? You can only get it in your hand if you have all 4, and you can add the cut card if you want to. And in your crib, you can get a flush, but only if it's all 4 of the crib and the cut card. Kind of weird, I know, but that's the rules of the game. It's really the oddest rule and the one that doesn't make the most sense to me, but that's the way it is. And now, if you do, there is such a thing in the pegging in the play called faking a flush, and that's a certain pegging strategy that I know people do a lot of, and I've been working on my pegging a lot too, which is why I'm actually going to recommend this video for you. Because in this game, you'll see how important pegging is because I win a game basically because of how the pegging went. So, enjoy that one.